Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we are off. And we begin our journey in the Dream Forest, which is Pink Plant Woods. And for the most part of this first level, we can't even do anything because we don't have any abilities at all. We get our fists in a few levels, so this is just a matter of jumping over things at the moment. Nothing spectacular. Yeah, to be honest, the first part of this game is very hard to explain, really. There's so little to say until I get my fists. I'm going to be doing one little strat at the end of this screen called the Plum Walk, which I hopefully can get that. Where I land on this plum. Okay, I got the Plum Walk. It's only saving a few frames, but it still saves frames after all. Okay, so we are now going to get our first ability because we meet Betty the Fairy. She's going to help me on my quest. But rather than just give me all the powers in one go, which would be rather kind, thank you very much, she's only going to give me a different power each time I meet her. So I can now punch things. Yay! I'm no longer completely useless. And now I can start collecting some cages. There's 3 on this screen to collect. 1 here. There's 1 coming up here too. You have to be like really quick and precise with the climb because otherwise you have to stop if you move too much and don't jump enough. I would say that's the only tricky thing about the screen. Actually, I tell a lie, there's this hammer jump coming up here where I jump over the hammer, like that. That's also tight, and I wouldn't recommend any beginner going for the hammer jump yet. You're better off to get to duck under the hammer completely. Because if you get hit by that hammer, there's a good chance you're going to get knocked in the water and then you're dead. So, next level, Anguish Lagoon. We're coming up to our first boss of the one soon. Which is a strange one because you befriend him and later on in the one, he's after you again. It's kind of weird. I'm going to do a little strat here where I touch the hunter's gun and turn myself around so I get boosted forward. It's actually an important strat in this game, like if you want to damage abuse or something, you want to turn the opposite direction because that's the way you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit the opposite way you're facing, sorry. So first boss is called Buzzit, I believe. Pretty straightforward boss. The only trickier thing about this boss is the final health. You should wait a little bit for him to come closer to do, because if you throw the fist too soon, he's gonna dodge the fist and you're gonna lose a few seconds. He only does that on the final health. Thank you for the good duck, everyone, by the way. And that is our first boss. And this is our first auto scorer of the one. I'm going to be going left and right a fair bit on the screen because I want to make sure that I get the speed boosts on each section correctly where the screen speeds up and slows down. So for this bit I'm going to stay left because that keeps my speed as long as I can keep it for, or as long as I can keep it for, one word. And now it speeds up again, and as soon as I hit this little green plant, it's going to speed up again, so I get to the left. There's a lot of back and forwards here, and then back to the right again. If you don't move much on the screen, you will lose a lot of time just not getting the camera speed up. So, very important to do that. And we're going to be getting our second power up in a minute. We are going to be able to hang on things. Yay! We're even less useless. We can hang on things. Yay. So here's a part of the one that can confuse new runners. Like, you have two directions to go. You want to go up so you continue in the Dream Forest, because if you go right, it takes you to Bandland, and you need all the power-ups to progress further in the game. It's also a big difficulty spike from the forest, so I wouldn't recommend going there until you learn the game a bit more anyway. So we are again on an auto-scroller where we are given a magic seed by Tarzan. We can now plant things to help us climb from this apparent, the infinitely rising flood. This must be some hell of a storm to do that. So there's really not a lot more to say about this screen actually, other than I've got to wait to get to the top. The next screen, things start to get suddenly harder because there's more strats involved at that point of the one. I'm gonna wait here for this hunter, because if you rush up, he's gonna hit you and knock you back. Okay, so it gets harder here. I'm gonna attempt to land and punch on these small platforms. And here I'm gonna punch the plum and turn around. Punch it again. Nice. A good damage abuse there. There's an easier method than this for beginners, but I'm obviously not gonna do that. Okay, this went actually pretty well. I got everything I wanted to get. Except for this plum. Unfortunately, I did not miss. I did not grab that plum. So I lost that cycle, but that's pretty hard to get actually. And we appear to have a bot in the chat. So this screen, I'm going to be riding a pram and jumping on a flower when I get close enough to it. You have to be ready and alert on this screen, because if you're not, you're going to miss that flower. And if you do, you've got to death abuse to get back to this cage. And you don't really want to be doing that. So you could go over the top there if you wanted to, but it's actually slower to go that way. It's better to go under where the vines are. That bot has been eliminated. So this level we're going to ride on a plum. Yay! And we're gonna dodge swinging plants of doom. There's a few cages to get on this screen. My PB is a 125.17 or something like that. I got it recently. Right. So I'm gonna do the easier version of this strat because I'm not very good at the hard way of doing it. Okay, that went pretty well. And fortunately, the plum did not fall in the water. Sometimes you can fall in that patch of water and you won't ride over all of the anti-tunes, is what these little bluish black guys are called. Blue I'd say. And that's that screen. There's a one cycle on this screen that I am going to try and get, but if I don't, I will just back off. Okay, never mind. I thought I was lined up for the one cycle, which is really hard to get that, so I won't attempt that again. It's not one of my strats I'm very good at getting, but I thought I'd give it a go anyway. So, few cages on the screen. As you saw, I went to the left at the start of the screen to trigger that cage. There's a lot of triggers in this game you have to activate to make things appear. So you have to search around if you don't know, and then find the activation point of the cage or whatever you want to spawn. So this section we're going to be punching the plum back because we need to get that cage over there. And nice, that was a good punch. Okay, other than the one cycle dev, which I kind of expected might happen because it's really hard, this is not a bad forest at all. So this is, you know, I was saying about this boss I thought earlier was attacking me again. This is him. And this is again an auto scroller, so we can't progress as fast as we'd like for obvious reasons. Okay, pretty good actually. Pretty good. That's probably the closest I've ever been to the edge of that screen actually. If you're too close and you grab a vine there, you can actually be killed. So you don't want to be right next to the edge of the screen if you're grabbing vines on the auto scroller. Okay, and this is our main boss now of the forest. This is the final boss of this part of the game. There's a lot of left and right involved with like manipulating parts of this boss, so you don't end up waiting forever. Left there. This one's quite hard to remember actually, so don't be alarmed if I get one odd bit slightly wrong. Next, he's gonna come down from the top. Then he's gonna come with a big plum, a giant plum, or whatever you want to call it. Oh right, I jumped over the wrong one, so there was a mistake. I wasn't meant to do that. Oops. Okay, I'm forgetting a few things in this boss, but it's not like a disaster. I'm fine with the last phases, I know what to do here. So for the final damage, it's quite cool, like, you punch him off screen, as I'm about to show you. Like that. Okay, and that's the forest. We just gotta get our next power up, which is to grab rings. So this is where actually more speed techs start to come in to the game, because if you hold up or down on a ring whilst you grab it, whilst you're leaving the ring, you actually go faster than to hold left and right, like this. That was a pretty good one. You're not meant to be able to go that fast in them, but for some reason you can. Just by holding up and down. I believe it's not intended. And we're going to be using those to our advantage quite a bit later in this game. So now, we're out of the forest and we're into Bandland. And our first cage spawn, believe it or not, the casual way, you gotta go all the way back round to get that cage, but we skip it by doing a jump with a speed boost. Okay, that was really good. I got the speed I wanted there. If you jump too high whilst you're doing that, you can get hit by the drumsticks and lose all the speed, so you have to make sure you're not too high when you reach them. You basically don't want to spawn. You don't want to spawn the cycle too early, because I do believe every cycle in this game is local cycles. I think. So this is our first tough cage, which I could fail. I've got to turn around and jump up to punch it. It's a really cool damage abuse, and I actually got it, so that's nice. If you turn around too late on that cage, you can just be knocked back, and those spikes are insta-kill spikes, so basically, yeah, you die if you fail to do that strat. We'd be made to go all the way round to get that cage too. You're not meant to pass through the spikes like that. Bongo Hills is actually quite a good one for like showing off speedrun strats in comparison to casual way of doing it. And here I'm going to do a thing called task balls, which I got, very nice. If you center yourself in the middle after hanging from the edge of that ledge, you can pass through the middle of those choco balls. And it saves like 3 or 4 seconds, I think, if you get straight through that. And here's a really cool strat coming up called the zip. Hopefully we get this. Nice. Very cool strat. You have to like jump and duck just in time, and you will just get bulleted to the top of the screen really fast. So this screen, you know I was saying about the rings earlier with the speed dot strat? I'm going to be doing that now with a ring on the screen. You'd be made to do this level entirely again just for this one cage if you don't do this. Very nice. So, you don't have to turn around there, but I would recommend it because you get the extra punch off the ring when you do that. It makes actually clearing that a whole lot easier. And there, we basically got this cage in one go, so we don't have to come back to this really long level just for one cage. And as you can see, this is a stormy screen. There's only 2 of these in the game. And here we're going to do a cool speedrun strat too. We're going to jump back over, ride this horrendously slow cloud, and once I get to the top, I'm going to damage abuse off of these spikes, so I can pass through and get this cage. On this screen you'd be made to go all the way around as small Rayman, and it's so long. You don't want to do that in a speedrun. You just want to do what I did there. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I did a thing there called the 6 jump count strat. It should work, and I should not get hit by this anti-tune we call the killer. If you aren't prepared for him, he's gonna knock you off and he's gonna kill you. That's why we call him the killer. That's why I counted 6 jumps on those choco balls, because it always guarantees that I won't be killed by him. Okay, and there's one final cage at the end of the screen. You actually have to jump over the end sign here, because if you don't, you're gonna have to come back to this level again. And you don't want to do that. Not on a level this long. And I'm gonna punch this cage from far away because if you don't, whoops, if you don't, it spawns a hunter and he's quite annoying to get past. I should to catch this cloud coming. Yeah. This has been quite a good one so far. I haven't had any. Well, I've had one unwanted death, but that's a really small one to be honest. The one cycle earlier. So there's a cool strat here. You turn around before he brings down his maces, I guess they're called, or hammers, and you can pass through him as soon as you are. As soon as you have the iframes. Sorry. It's really cool. He's quite annoying to get around if you go around the cloud way actually. And this is Bongo Hills. There's a really hard strat coming up on the next screen called the Allegro clip. It saves like 20 seconds if I get it, but it's incredibly precise. Clips I should probably tell you about now. Basically, when you get to like a rounded edge on a platform, you can press duck and you have a chance to clip through them. Unfortunately I didn't get it because it's really hard, this clip. But it's fine. It's just a bonus if you get that in a one. So I'm going to be trying to do another clip at the end of the screen too. Okay, I thought that might have happened where my fist didn't catch up to me, so I came back on myself just to ensure I don't miss that cage. Okay, and now I'm gonna try and do a little clip here. Nice, that was good. I got the clip. You can only do it on round edges, as I said. So I would have lost like 5 seconds if I didn't get that. And now we're on a trumpet screen. They're gonna be blowing me all the way to the top. So, what you saw me do there was I attempted to do a thing called God Clip, where at the bottom of that hill, you can, damn it, you can, sorry, hold on. Yeah, you can clip through the bottom of that section if you spam the button and hope for the best. The crouch button. Sorry I had a little pause there. I needed to get my bearings back after that mistake. That's quite precise too, that you have to jump at a precise time to get that right. I expected to maybe fail that one. So this is definitely the scariest screen of this level, I would say. It's a very unforgiving screen, like if you mess up you're just gonna die. That's unfortunate. I missed standing on the choco balls. This is one of the sections in the one I need to work on actually. Not one of my good sections in the one. Ooh dear. Hey, dodge the lightning. Good. So this is the hard part of the screen, where first timers would definitely struggle quite a lot. You have these anti-tunes on moving on slippery platforms too. We were trying to go for a really cool strat there, but I only kind of like semi got it. Still, we haven't died, so there's nothing bad about this one at all. No major deaths there. So this screen's like, this is a really fast screen and you've got to dodge all of these notes if you can to keep the speed up. Pretty precise screen and it does take some muscle memory, this one, definitely. I'm gonna save my health for the next screen. The next 2 screens, sorry. I would damage through him, but I don't have enough health for that. And I want to show the corner one if I can, so that's why I chose to not take this damage. Okay, so we are now not coming back to Bandland for a little while now, because we are going to get our final power up at the end of the mountains where we are able to run. So then we'll start doing cleanup after that. Okay, nice. Yeah, there's a bunch of golems on these levels that you can't actually kill them, you can knock them out. They take a fair few punches to do so as well. And if you don't deal with them correctly, they can be one of the most annoying things about the mountains. Like, they will just stay out for ages and it's not fun. It's really not fun. Especially if you don't have a golden fist. I never pointed out what the golden fist does. Doubles the damage. Also, if you are punching from like being mid-air, you also have double damage, so I guess it's double damage when you have an air fist hit. That's golden. So this is why I saved my 1 health, because I want to do something cool here. I'm going to use Mr. Stone to boost me. This is cool. And it saves us waiting for him. Ah, okay. I'm surprised that didn't break. This is a really big skip here too. Like, casually you'd actually be made to go to the bottom with a bunch of spawning lava balls, but we don't do that. We actually damage off him and skip the entire spike section. It's a really big time save to do that. It's just a horrible section to do normally. And those spikes are insta-kills, so you can't just damage the boost off of them. Could you please press down? Press down, please. Don't know what happened there. Ooh, this is not good. I even meant to take more damage than this. This is a death abuse here to get this cage. Saves you going back around again. Okay, this is a cool screen as well. Like, you're gonna see some cool speed docking here to skip the longer part of the screen. It's really cool and fast. Nice. Two cages on the next screen. Then these are really tucked away. Like, you wouldn't have a clue where to find them on a first time experience, I would say. So you have to spawn this cloud here. Oh, I didn't land on the cloud. Oh no. Oops. That was not very good. You want to jump there too, because if you don't jump, those anti-teams that spawned will all come crashing down and they really do get in the way. So make sure you jump there. Do you want to pick this? Ever pick this game up? Of course. Oh god. Okay, this is not the best hard rocks. There's quite a few mistakes I made on this screen. So I'm going to try and one cycle this cloud here. Oh, I actually got it. Didn't think I was going to get it. So I backed away. Sorry. That looked further away than I would like it to be, so that's why I wasn't sure I was getting it. Better safe than sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna damage abuse of this hunter too, like you saw me do earlier in the game. And then another damage of these spikes. It's pretty funny seeing all the hammers chasing you there. Okay, so this is the biggest screen of the hard rocks. It's quite a big screen. I will be actually using a checkpoint for the first time in this one to skip an entire section with a death abuse. This is the first time the checkpoint is required, which is the photographers I've been running past. Oh dear. Yeah, this hard rocks has not been the best, unfortunately. I apologise. I would have liked it to have been a bit cleaner than this. But it is what it is, right? Okay, so that's our cage we need to death abuse on. And it's not over that, there's still one more final pretty tricky cage to get tucked away by a bunch of spikes and a spawning golem who you have to be quick to beat. I'm gonna damage abuse of a few spikes. This golem down here, I've got to be quick here. Okay, we beat him, and we beat the fragment. That's pretty scary for a first time attempt. That does take some getting used to doing that. There's a harder fragment skip that's like incredibly precise and definitely a top level strat that I'm not able to do. And we are done on the hard rocks. So, at the end of this level is the boss of this section, which you actually saw chasing me earlier in Twilight Gods. He is the final boss. And now we get this potion which allows us to do a super heavy. There's only a few screens in the game where you can use this. This is one of them. And this screen is notoriously hard. Like, this one's gonna give you a hard time when you first ever play this game. It's got a million spikes on it. I'm gonna be using some to my advantage, of course. Like that one I just did there. Not that one though. Definitely not that one. Not too bad a screen though, so far. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that section did not go to plan at all. So this screen here, now if you have played this game before, you will probably say to yourself, what do I do here? How do I get past this level? Well, believe it or not, it's simpler than it looks. You just use your hair to cut away the ropes. But when I was a kid, I can assure you that I didn't know what to do there. And it was a very frustrating screen. Sure. So here's a cool little strat. You wind the fist up like 3 cycles, and when you release it, you can just jump down and the fist will come back and get the cage for you. So unfortunately, because I took so much damage, I will have to grab this mini P at the top of this section. It's only a minor detour though, it's really nothing more than like a second. If I had more health, I wouldn't even have to go for the P. Again, it's another auto-scroller. There's quite a few of those in this game. There we go. That's the P we needed. And yes, there's a hidden cage to the left here. You actually have to jump all the way to the left to spawn these clouds. Otherwise you can't progress. Okay, nice. Yeah, you can skip that cloud if you jump at maximum height and hover. It's kind of schizo, and if you fail, you have to do the whole screen all over again. So we're now on the snow screen. This is the final screen before the boss fight. There are a few cool speed strats here you can do with a fist. Nice, that was actually really good. I went pretty far there. That's pretty precise to be travelling that far. You have to have the right speed and the right jump timing to do that. And I got a pretty good one there. So, there's a cage hidden down the bottom here on the screen. Oh, I missed it by like a frame, literally. Oh, I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. That's lucky. That's a pretty difficult strat actually, like to not spawn the rocks. It's one of the strats I'm still trying to learn how to do better. And I'm still do mess it up quite a bit, so I'm just glad I didn't die, because that would have been a really big one if I died there. So there's a new strat we found for the boss fight coming up on the next screen. It is pretty cool. I hope to get it because it looks really funny at the end of the screen if I can get this. So I'm going to focus quite a bit on this screen because this is not easy. Unfortunately, I took an extra damage there, which means I'm gonna have to change my strats up on the next level now. Considering that I succeed with this. Come on, come on, come on, don't die now, please. Nice! Okay, there we go, that's what's funny about this strat. You send him off the screen when you defeat him. I love doing that, it's hilarious. Such a cool strat. It's also like 6 seconds faster, so I'm glad they got to show that in the marathon. Okay, so we have now got our final power up. We now start doing cleanup. So we go back to Twilight Gulch now. And unfortunately, because I took that one that's a damage that I didn't want to take, I'm gonna have to change up the strats here a bit and go for the clip at the start. Don't know how long this will take, but hopefully not too long. Okay, like 5th attempt. That's a clip there. Like I said, you have to be on a round edge to be able to do a clip. You can't do it on flat ground. Running shoes indeed. Okay, I was very lucky that didn't kill me. I might as well have been a frame away from death there. So there's a really tough ring at the top of this section that's really precise, and I unfortunately missed it. And again, this is a horrible ring in the speedrun. It's a really trolly ring. Third time though. So I'm gonna lose like over 10 for that. And this is a really cool cage to get. The death abuse. And now we have finished in the Blue Mountains and we are returning to the rest of Bandland to get the remaining cages here. And this is a hard screen. This is a very unforgiving screen. One mistake and you have fallen to your death. Oh, okay, I don't know what went wrong there. I guess I oversaw it. Suppose it's... yeah, not again. Yeah, I hate this screen. Sorry to say. This is a hard screen. 2 deaths now. Nope. It's the same, I died there twice again, just like I did in practice. Definitely need to work on this screen. Okay, yeah, this screen has been not good. Not good at all. So the next screen is an auto-scroller again. This is probably the most difficult auto-scroller. You have to be always alert with these lightnings. Always alert. If they hit you when you're near an edge, then you're as good as dead, really. Okay, so I'm going to write a little bit here because it's just easier to predict the lightnings. And it's just, you don't have to watch this because you are on an auto-scroller. As long as you're far right when the auto-scroller is over, then you won't lose anything. Okay, so this screen has got a lot of those clips I said about involved, and I'm going to do a thing called lightning skip here, and I got it first time, very nice. So grab the P. Oh, I missed the edge that I was after. It's quite precise actually to get that whilst running. Okay, so here's the fun part of this level, getting this clip. No, oh no, that's so unfortunate. I didn't finish the cage off. So now I have to do it the normal way. So there, very fast-paced screen, this one. And all 6 cages are on this screen, so there's only one screen. There's actually a boss in this screen, but we don't need him in the one, so we are just going to death abuse as soon as we get the final cage. And this guy, if you don't throw the fist at the edge like I just did, he is really annoying. Like, if he stops you, you're gonna be in for a hard time. He's gonna block you so much. So you want to make him duck and just get past him as quickly as possible. And now we death abuse, so we don't have to fight the boss. Also, this is where a cool strat called speed storage comes in. I'm not the best at explaining it, unfortunately, but the gist is, if you get a rolling animation in a specific direction, you basically get that. I'm really terrible at explaining speed storage. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you run off a slippery surface in a rolling animation, as long as you don't turn around in a rolling animation, you can keep the speed storage. I'm not the best at explaining it. So there, more cleanup of the forest now. We are able to get the cages that we were not able to get without power-ups. Sorry, I have an itchy nose today and it's kind of annoying me. That's why I'm touching it a lot. Okay. What was that? Turn around. That was weird. So we're not gonna get this P, because in the next level, it's better to have less health for a death abuse you're gonna do. And this is the last cage of this screen. Of this level, in fact, because the next level we've already got them all on our first pass through, so we're just going to go faster on the screen. Oh damn it, I took damage, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna have to change up what I do in the next level now, unfortunately. Okay, so cleanup is now done and we are actually now getting every cage in every level as it comes. Suppose this is not a bad one, but I had quite a lot of mistakes, but only a few deaths. I knew this would be a problem with 2 health. Yeah, I didn't want to have to do it this way, unfortunately. So I'm gonna re-enter this level, because if you die, you lose 1 level of the Speed Fist, but if you re-enter the level, you get it all back. That's why we do this. Because we want Speed Fist for a strat we're gonna do in the next 2 screens called the 50-50 cage. The reason it's called the 50-50 cage is because you have a chance to fail to hit it on a bad subframe. And if you're really unlucky, you just won't hit it numerous times. This is a hard screen, so I am very focused here. Ah, oh, what? I didn't get the hang. No, 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 God, that was terrible. That was really bad. No, 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 no! I died right at the end of the screen. That's so unfortunate. I got thrown off by not being on the cycle I wanted to be on. You can really snowball on this screen too if you're getting a bit tilted. This screen is definitely one of those screens that can just tilt you if you keep going wrong, unfortunately. But I'm not going to do that in a marathon setting. I'm going to focus on the task at hand. I should still have my speed fist because I re-entered after the death. So this screen's kind of weird that you have to jump up here to spawn this fairy, and it's actually really inconsistent and annoying. It doesn't always work. Ah, okay, I missed this cycle because I didn't get the jump I wanted. Other than that one cage, this is a really straightforward screen. There's nothing scary about this at all. Just one to the end. This screen, on the other hand, is a hard one. Okay, so that's why it's called the 50-50 cage, because if you're unlucky, you just don't hit it. And I think my record for not hitting that cage is about 7 times. Not fun. I'm going to damage abuse here, so I can pass over the top. Quickest way to get this cage. Ah, I don't know why it didn't work. I did turn around, but it sent me the wrong way. Now I have to get through these spikes the scary way. If you turn around right at the bottom of those spikes, you can just be boosted the way you want to go. So there. Now we've got to go back again and be small Rayman, because we can't actually get past the next section unless we're small. What? I'm making a lot of mistakes now. Just bumping into everything in my path. So we're going to be punching the Nans out of our way as quickly as we can here. Because that lightning is annoying. You don't want to be by him for too long. Okay. Right, we're on to the first boss of Pixie City now. Sorry. I nearly mispronounced that. I didn't want to pronounce it the way I was saying to. So, I wind my fist up before these pirates drop down, so I don't have to wait at all for when they come down. And this bomb section here is RNG as well. Like, where they come out of the viewpoint, I think you call them, back in the day. And if you're unlucky, they could just cover the entire floor and take a damage. That was okay RNG, I guess. I didn't get hit. Now I'm going to do damage abuses by running into her and being catapulted into the air. I can do this 3 times, by the way. The 3rd time is risky though, and if I do it wrong I can soft lock the game. So I probably, for marathon safety, just won't go for it. I can instead use this health net screen. Actually no I can't, because I need the cage, so... Yeah, I'm not going to go for this in a marathon. I don't want to risk doing it wrong and killing the one. That would not be fun for you lot. How are we enjoying the one so far, aside from my errors? Okay, and that's Viking Mama. She will be back later as Space Mama, the much harder version. So there's a cage at the end of this section that I'm going to... Actually, it's probably best I don't damage reduce now because I have 2 health. I'm not gonna do that. Didn't think about that. If you have 1 health, it's better to death abuse there. That hunt is tricky to get over without taking damage, so it's always good to have at least 2 there. Oh, and the reason the music has stopped is because I was too slow on the first screen and it breaks the audio. This doesn't happen in the next zone. This just happens during Pixar City. So I won't have any soundtrack looping because of that first screen being a bit on the slow side. So I'm going to do a little clip through the pencils here, so as we go around them. Okay, nice. So if you punch yourself twice against the wall there, you can just pass through the yin-yans. You don't even have to write on them at all. Oops. Yeah, this is a really tricky level too, like, you have no room for error on all of these spikes. They will punish you hard if you keep going wrong. So you have to always be focused on those rubber sections. Whoops. Okay, we're good. 2 health is actually better than I expected. Most of the time I don't get past here with more than 1 health, so this is not bad. There's 1 more cage to spawn up here, right near the end sign. Then you hover down for the fist. It's much more awkward if you don't have a speed fist, that cage. And this next screen, very annoying screen, but we do have a strat that hopefully get us through it in one piece. Very nice too. Basically, oh no, don't do that. Basically, you turn around like on the last little rubber, and It allows you to get slightly further across so you can skip that section completely. It's annoying when you fail that because otherwise you are fighting to get to the bottom of all the rubbers. It can be very annoying. Okay, I don't know what happened there, because I did throw my fist at him, but he still shot the lightning at me. And I'm going to do a thing called Leap of Faith here. Nice, we got it. Saves you going on the rings, it's much faster. Okay, so Space Mama's Crater. This is the final level of Pixar City. And this is a long level, so quite a tricky one too for the first cage. So you have to be pretty precise with throwing the fist in between a small gap underneath some spikes. So hopefully we get that when we get to the screen end of the screen. Okay, that was really good. Nice. That was not good. I got that slightly wrong. Same. Gotta go all the way back again now. There we go. Got a second try. Yes, you have to jump over the ensign to get this cage. This is a troll cage for sure. Not everyone will know that. Oh, okay. There we go. Second try. Whoa. What happened to my speed there? Okay. I have no idea how I lost that. I was holding up, but it killed my speed. Okay, that was really sloppy, that section. What can I say about this level? It's just really hard level. I don't know what to say about this one. Oh, come on. Don't die. There's another cage down here you want to get. That's... I don't believe this. That's not fair. I did punch him, but I didn't hit him. Now I gotta do this whole section again. So we gotta go back to where we were now and get this final cage. This was very unfortunate to have killed me. So I got some speed storage there, which I just used to whiz to the top bit here. Pretty cool. Saves you taking damage and going the long way around. Also, you can grab one of those there like I just did, and that saves you going the long way around too. There's a lot of back and forth on the screen because you need to activate clouds to get to cages. I have to wait on this a little bit. This is really tricky, like one mistake and you're off and you're out, basically. Very focus intensive screen. Okay, so this is the longest boss in the game. Very, very long boss. A good 2.5 minute long fight, if you get a good fight. Otherwise it's about 3 minutes long. And she can come all the way over to you if you don't knock her back, which can happen. You have 4 shots at damaging her here. And I'm going to be doing a damage abuse strat now. You make her turn around and her iframes one's out. Okay, we got it. You have to wait a long time for this part of the boss, unfortunately. This is the nature of the boss. I will be doing enough damage abuse as soon as this is over there. Wait, I have not a clue what happened there. She landed really late and that threw me off. She had like a really delayed land there. I don't know why that happened. I've never seen that before. So I'm only going to be able to do 2 now. Unfortunately, I missed 2 now, so I'm only going to be able to get 1 now. I'm not going to do it with 2 health. That was a long fight. That was about 20 seconds longer than I would have liked. Okay, Crystal Palace. This is probably one of the hardest screens in the game. It's a very precise screen. Okay, that was pretty solid actually. Other than the first ring, which I went the wrong way on. Okay, I thought I was dead there. Luckily I'm not. So there, I'm literally fully optimizing the speed dock strat and the rings on the screen because it's really useful. Otherwise it takes so long to normally cross these rings. I didn't die, so that's good. Oh, I didn't get the strat there. You can hang on the edge there, but if you land too high, you just take damage and don't get it, which is unfortunately what happened there. Just decided to take a life for the health refill. Gonna try and get a damage boost strat here too. Okay, nice. Saves me going around the wrong way. Oops. Okay, and now we have to wait here for a while to ride the cloud to get to our last cage. It's a really far away cage. Oh no, that's not good. Are you kidding me? I went through him! I disagree with that. I should have landed on him there. Okay, that's a big death. I was definitely on top of him there though. I don't know how I carried on past him. Yeah, this one is not how I anticipated it, I'm afraid. But as long as you're enjoying, that's all that matters, right? It's a fun game to run, but it's a very hard one to run too. Yeah, thank you. So, I just did a little damage abuse there, because I don't have to fall under the spikes then. Yeah, I've made a lot of mistakes in this one. But I still think I could get a sub 130, which is my goal for the one, anyway. Maybe. So this is our only dark screen of the one. It takes a bit of... Excuse me! This game's been very unfair to me today. Like, he knocked me the wrong way. As I was saying, this is a dark screen and it takes a bit of learning to know where to go. And I'm still not 100% fast in this screen myself. I mean, I know the gist of this, but it's this last section here that's tricky. Yeah, that was a weird death. I don't know why he knocked me the wrong way like that. I don't have enough health to do the spike strat, so I'm gonna have to just play it safer. I want at least 2 health for this next section, ideally, or it's gonna be much harder on me. And that's why. Oh, I have a slow fist, so this is not going to be much fun. Okay, we're up. This is a really frustrating section for first timers. Like, those rings are really hard to reach without the speed dock technique that I used there. This ring here particularly. Damage abuse here, so I can just pass straight through that. Yeah, crystal. Oh god. Okay, I took too much damage now. I'm gonna just death abuse on the next screen. I'm not going to do it with 2 health. It's really hard with 2 health. So I'm just gonna death abuse. Free health is the minimum you would ideally want to clear this screen, like, safer. Damage abusing is actually safer than just trying to pass through the spikes slowly. And that's why. That wasn't intentional damage too, what I did there. I do believe it's slightly faster. Probably only save a few frames at most though. And this is a level where we're pretty much waiting most of the time on a whatever it is. Until we can get the cage into the screen. I wanted out of things to say at this point. I apologize. I mean, you could power if you have it set up, but you would have to talk to Chrissy about changing your one, wouldn't you? Okay, so that was our only cage on the left there. There's one more on this screen, which we actually throw our fist backwards whilst moving to get to be faster. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm very lucky there. I thought I was dead. I was meant to wait longer for that hammer to damage me. To damage abuse over. But I messed up. Yeah, I'm feeling it a bit, Mari. I've not been having the best one, so I'm being a bit sloppy now with my commentary. So there's six cages under this screen. The first one You can literally spawn just by jumping to the right, which is where arcades is anyway. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay, we're across. Attempt number 2. Again, lots of rings on the screen, so speed docking is quite key to going fast on this screen. I think I'm dead, but I did actually take it for death abuse anyway, so never mind. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, we recovered it. If you get hit the wrong way off of those clouds, you're just gonna go in the drink. Well, okay. Okay, then this red spike section is actually kind of like tricky if you don't do a bit of speed ducking techniques to help you get up. Tethering is a big thing on this game for like giving you height as well off of rings. And this is Mr. Scops. This is our final sub-boss before Mr. Dark. Oh no, wrong health. Okay, I'm lucky. I landed on that. I chose the wrong health. So for this stage, you should actually wait slightly, because if you want with him, he's probably gonna whack you into the lava. So give yourself a bit of a gap for that. And this boss has an interesting feature about him. Wherever your fist goes is where his blue ball follows, and you have to use it against him to hurt him. Like so. And on his last health, he's gonna do two. He's gonna come really close to me, so I have to be even faster. There we go. And Mr. Scops is down for the count. And now we have got every cage, so we can progress to Mr. Dark's Dare. It is a land full of candy and goodness. And death. This is a tricky screen called the pan screen, where we are riding it on a pan and using forward momentum to help us get across the screen. a very nerve-wracking screen when you want a good one too, because this one's unforgiving if you make a mistake. That's unfortunate. I bumped on the edge, so I wasn't able to jump again. I tried to dodge that because that's usually what kills you there. Okay, that's much better. This time we're across. Or we're too far that we actually went beyond the end sign. So I did a cool little thing there to despawn Dark Rayman, because he's not fun to be chased after. So basically, he like mimics your movements for every like, I think 3 seconds or something after what you just did. But I jumped over his spawn point, so I didn't even spawn him. So I've made this screen like not stressful at all. It loses 1 second, but it probably would end up saving you more time if you were too nervous to have Dark Rayman chase you. So that's why I do that, because it just takes that pressure away. Okay, so this is a clown screen. Our movements are now reversed until I get towards the end of the screen. Did a cool little strat there called the clown skip. Damaged off the clown so I could get to the high up point without having to go the long way. Oh no, I did this incorrectly. I wasn't meant to jump there. Yeah, I'll let you know, Chrissy. No, God. Oh my God. I'm choking. I'm choking. I've never been under felt such pressure in a Rayman run before. Okay, there we go. So there, I went to the bottom there, so I got maximum speed of the icing. Allows me to do that big leap of faith at the end there. Pretty cool. Oh, come on. Come on. What are you doing? Okay, well I was told by someone that doing small hops is the best way, but it wasn't working there. I don't know how to do that bit fast. Okay, so we've got a few more phases to go through now. Once we get to the final phase, Chrissy, I'll let you know when time's coming up. So at the end of this phase's health, it's time. And I'm gonna try and go for double hits by hitting him on the 58th frame of each hit. Okay, there's a double. And time. Okay, there we go. There's Rayman. Any percent. Definitely could have gone a lot better than that. But it is what it is. It's a marathon, and it's much harder than playing on your own. to explain and one at the same time. I got sub 130 at least. Barely. Yeah, I always give myself 135 because that one could have gone still way worse than it did. First half of the one was quite good, but unfortunately we had quite a few mishaps towards the end.